Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Katie Weaver Show. This is Katie. I'm your host. I'm so happy to be here. It is the 16th of June at 11 a.m. Pacific time. We are live. I'm so glad to. Weird energy today, isn't it? I am curious to know how you guys are feeling. I'll tell you a little more about how I am here in a minute, and we'll do some work together today on everyone's behalf. I want to let you know a few things before we get any further. I want to let you know that we are in the chat room, and you can find that by heading over to 12radio.com. That's number one, number two radio.com. Click on the chat button, and you'll be redirected into the Facebook chat. I also want to let you know that I'm live streaming this event from my page here on Facebook, which is Katie Weaver, Domestic Mystic. And I also shared a link into the chat room, so you guys can find it either way. But I would love to see you in one or both of those places, if you're a great multitasker, I guess. I want to let you know it is the show where I read from all of my colleagues' decks. I love this show. I do this once a month. I pull out all of these decks that all of my awesome colleagues have created, and I read from them here on the show, and it's a lot of fun. So if you would like a reading from one of those decks today, make sure that you jump over into the chat room and let me know. I would love to do that for you. Of course, we have all of our regular stuff to go here before we get there, but just lots of good stuff going on. I want to tell you about last week. You guys were angels. You bore with me while I was deep in the middle of the Daybell case that Christy and I have been reporting on here for the last several months. And as you know, if you were here last week, as we were talking, that case was breaking open, and we were invited to attend a press conference with my daughter, because she's a student reporter, to attend a press conference to hear the authorities say that they had, in fact, found human remains. The next day, they announced that those human remains, that there were 2 sets of human remains. And the grandparents of JJ, the little boy, verified that it didn't take them very long to verify his. It took a little longer to verify the remains of the older daughter, Tylee, that was 16 when she died, because of the condition of her body. I won't go further than that. But anyway, so that, but however, autopsies did officially confirm them on Saturday. So last week was a whirlwind of things happening because, of course, they found the bodies on Tuesday. They did arrest Chad Daybell, and then Wednesday morning he was arraigned in the Fremont County Jail. He was charged with 2 counts of hiding bodies. It gets more technical than that, but essentially that. Of course, there are murder charges coming. The police are going to take their time, of course. Why wouldn't they right now? There's no need to rush. They have all the time they need. They're both behind bars, so they can take the time they need right now to build really strong cases and to get, full autopsies back and all of the things that they need. So, but anyway, in the meantime, on Wednesday night, Mars and I felt like, on Wednesday, we felt like we wanted to do something for a community memorial. Nothing was really happening, and yet everybody in our town was in such a terrible state of shock and of pain, and we knew that we needed to do something, and so we built a community memorial at a local park. I tried to get permission from our mayor. I couldn't get a call or an email back from him, so I just decided to do it myself. So we had these beautiful posters printed, and we set them up, and we put some candles and some flowers and some teddy bears out and posted it online to try to, encourage people to use that as a public mourning space. And they did. And it was pretty great. And I put a link in the chat room to that. And then on Saturday night, I hosted drum circle. We invited all of our healer friends to come and do a drum circle, healing circle, to work on healing the energy of the land where we live and the people. And then we went to a candlelight vigil at the memorial that some other people had hosted for the kids. And so that's kind of everything that went on last week. And this week we're just waiting for law enforcement to continue on with what they're going to do. So again, all of our love goes out to the families affected. This has been an enormous tragedy in our community, and we'll continue to cover it. That is, of course, on YouTube. This is Christy and I's YouTube channel. It's called True Crime Paranormal. I did put a couple of links in the chat room so that you guys could catch up if you didn't see last week's episode that we did right after the remains were found. We also have a new episode this week, Celebrity Death Roulette. It's a ongoing series that we're doing where one of us chooses a number of celebrity deaths and presents it to the other, and you cold read them. So Christy presented 9 celebrity deaths to me that I cold read. She did not throw me any softballs, you guys. She had Tupac, John Bonet, and Biggie all in one, and a bunch of others. But those 3, and Princess Diana. Anyway, so if you're interested in those, of course, you can find them over on YouTube at True Crime Paranormal with the Psychic Sisters. So all that and enough of that. But that's what's up in my world. I am feeling really weird energy today. And the Daily Dish today, I wrote it last night. I usually write the Daily Dish the night before, sometimes a little sooner, or more in advance, but typically not. And the Daily Dish for today was all about power struggles and conflict and how you want to move through that. And I was not thrilled to see that, to be honest, but that's what it read and that's what I shared. And today feels exactly like that. Lots of jostling, lots of uncomfortable energy today. I'm hearing from a lot of you guys that you're just uncomfortable in your skin. You're feeling weird. I'm with you. I'm feeling weird too. This is definitely kind of where we're at right now. So I'm going to share a link in the chat room that you guys can follow if you'd like to see the Daily Dish. Well, actually, I'll just post the Daily Dish. What am I doing? If you don't subscribe to the Daily Dish, you can go over to katie-weaver.com and subscribe to it right there. So that's easy enough to go pick up if you would like to start receiving these, and I'll send one to you every day with the daily reading. But yeah, so that was kind of some foreshadowing for me last night going, ooh, what is tomorrow going to feel like? Well, it feels weird. One of the warnings from the Daily Dish this week, today, was this isn't a good time to initiate a hard conversation with housemates or ask for a raise, or this isn't a day for hard conversations. It's a day to steer away from them, actually, because we're not in a great energy for it. So I think it's a good warning to all of us to tread a little lightly with others and with ourselves. And with your teenagers, if you have any, because, if things are weird, where that's where they're going to get the weirdest. Anyway, so yeah, all right, here, I finally got it to pull up. I'll read the whole thing to you. Beware of power struggles today. Everyone has a strong need to be right and to be validated today. You may see some spontaneous and unexpected decisions made when people are feeling backed into a corner. I could totally see people walk out on their jobs today. I could totally see people end a friendship or a relationship very abruptly. It's one of those kinds of days. Be as diplomatic as possible. Today is not a good day to ask for a raise or initiate a hard conversation with housemates. Instead, elevate your energy above all of that and find something that makes you laugh. Best advice. I mentioned on Unchurched that I've been listening to Leanne Morgan. I don't know if you guys have ever listened to her, but she is a comedian that is she's like she's this older Southern lady, and oh my hell is she funny. So if you're looking for something to make you laugh, some of you messaged me and said after unchurch that you went and found her and you've been dying. So I'm glad to hear it. She is very funny. And so if you're looking for someone to make you laugh today, maybe check out Leanne Morgan and see if she does it for you or anybody else. In my personal opinion, you can't go wrong with Jim Gaffigan or John Mulaney, but I literally listen to comedy every single day. Every single day I do. It's good for me. It helps me keep my vibe high. It helps me to feel good. And, who doesn't need that, right? Especially right now, just because life's weird. Anyway, so that's the daily dish. And hopefully that helps us understand a little bit more about where we're at today. So I'm seeing, Katie said it's crazy energy. Kevin said he's good, but his patience, he thinks they all ate paint chips for breakfast. Oh, dear. Jane said she's here and ready. Sid said she is sitting on pins and needles, wondering what effects the solstice and eclipse are going to have. Dang good questions, for sure. And you know what? I know that Mo is going to be on Raven's show tomorrow talking about exactly that. And so, Sid, definitely make sure that you tune in to Down the Rabbit Hole tomorrow. And Mo's going to talk about that a lot. I think that's going to help. For sure. Okay, just dipping into the chat room here quickly. Yeah, I have felt way off today. Not unmotivated, but just off. So I brought my drum. I thought really what we need to do today is drum our hearts out, and maybe that will help us to get grounded and centered. It's pouring rain here, or I would go outside. And you know what? I think maybe once I get off the show, I'll go outside anyway and give myself an opportunity to ground because I think I really do need that. So this is good. All righty. Let's take a look at Luminous first, and then we'll keep going. A little birdie told me we have a brand new contributor coming to Luminous next week. I am not going to share who she is because I'm not ready to do that yet. But we do have one coming. And there's something that I didn't get put into Luminous. I published and realized that I missed something. And I want to apologize to Ali Shaya because she sent me a lovely article, and it is going in Luminous, and it'll go in as soon as I get off of the show. I didn't get it put in this morning, and that's just a part of my offness today, I guess. But I apologize, and that is going in. So I will draw it to you guys' attention in the chat room when the show's over and I get it posted. But she wrote a profound article about race relations, about racism, about her experiences. And I really want to share it and want you guys to read it. So when the show's over and I get Luminous edited and her article added, I'm going to pop back into the chat room here and point it out to you guys so that you can be sure and go and check it out. So there you go. But let's take a look at Luminous nonetheless. I did put a link in the chat. You can also find it if you head over to katie-weaver.com and just click on the Luminous Magazine button. Easy enough to find. Yeah, Chris in the chat said, she said, so it's not just me feeling off. Yeah, no, everybody's feeling off. Well, my day started at 6 o'clock this morning when my son called me because he had to go to work at 5 and got there and it was raining and they sent them home for the day after just a little while. So I guess it didn't occur to him that I'd still be asleep. And it's okay. I'm actually pretty cool to talk to my kids anytime they call because, hey, they call, But maybe that just started me in a weird energy, but no, I'm talking to you guys. I'm seeing it. We're all a little weirded out today. And hello, Amber. Hey to you as well. All right. Well, let's take a look. I'm having a hard time posting in the live stream for some reason. I'm going to try and do it a different way. So I apologize. I haven't given the live stream a single link that I promised because I can't make it post. So I'm hoping I can just go to it right on Facebook and post it there. Usually in the program that I use, I can post, but for some reason it won't let me do that today. So apparently Be Live is also wigged out today. Everyone is. There we go. I got it posted. All right. Well, let's take a look. There is some really good stuff in Luminous that obviously we need to see. It is nearly the summer solstice, and these eclipses and that last full moon have all felt very unsettling and weird. And so I think we're all feeling a little nervous about the summer solstice. I think the summer solstice is going to shift our frequency into higher gear. So that's the good news. I do think that really is coming, which is good. The summer solstice is something for me. And it has been for so many years. Every year on the summer solstice, I feel like I should be having a fire and sitting in front of it and doing something, something, it, some kind of ritual, some kind of something. And I've done lots of things like that because I felt compelled to, and every year I feel like that. And sometimes it's just a fire in my own fire pit. Sometimes it's something with friends. Sometimes it might be some other kind of ritual, whatever I feel guided to. But there's just a lot of energy behind that. I am going to publish a blog this week about ideas for summer solstice rituals. I'm going to publish it through the 1-2 blog. And so once that comes out, I'll be sure to share it on Facebook and in the Daily Dish so that you guys are sure to see it if you're interested in that. But I learned a couple of years ago maybe why this all attracts me so much. When I read The Mists of Avalon, I felt changed. I felt connected to something that I had never been able to put my finger on. When I traveled to England when I was in college, I felt like I went home. I felt like I knew that place. When I was a kid and I read James Herriot books and he talked about the moors and the landscape and the people, I longed for them. I felt lonely for them. And I didn't understand that for a long time. And yes, I do have some English past lives, but it just felt so deep and deeply embedded in me. Everything I've ever learned about like old pagan religions or old pagan ways around Great Britain have sung to my soul and resonated with me in a way that I struggle to put to words. And a couple of years ago, I had my ancestry DNA done. I did 23andMe. And one of the really interesting things I learned is that my ancestors lived in the area of Stonehenge at the time that Stonehenge is purported to have been built. Those many centuries, my family was there. And it just clicked, it resonated. And Scott laughed and said, "Surely you don't think that this is proof that your relatives helped build Stonehenge?" And I, of course, said, "Yes, I most certainly do." You shall not knock me off my unicorn, sir. but but it did in some way resonate with me. Am I saying my relatives built Stonehenge? No, I don't know that, but I know that that area, that time frame, that spirituality, that is a part of me. I know that. I know that that resonates so deeply in my soul, in my DNA. It is a part of me, and I've known that forever. And just seeing that in my ancestry, yeah, it did something for me. It verified something for me. So there. So yes, the summer solstice sings to me, speaks to my soul in ways that, well, I get excited for it every year. Now, my birthday is just 3 days later. So is it simply, somebody with the birthday, you know, anticipations? Maybe it's a little of that too. I don't know. And it's a transit into Cancer. And hello, Mark Husson says it best: God loves Cancers the most. It's okay if you don't agree. Okay. In my musings, I published a poem. I actually shared this in Unchurched, but I'm going to share it again. One of the things I'm seeing a lot right now is all of us being asked to be brave in so many ways, whether you're facing your own issues, facing your own situation, facing down somebody or something in a way that you haven't in the past, getting louder about your own convictions, standing up for somebody else. We're being asked right now. to dare to do a lot of things. So I thought this poem was really powerful. It resonated with me. It is written by Steve Maraboli. Life, the Truth, and Being Free is the book. Dare to be. When a new day begins, dare to smile gratefully. When there is darkness, dare to be the first to shine a light. When there is injustice, dare to be the first to condemn it. When something seems difficult, dare to do it anyway. When life seems to beat you down, dare to fight back. When there seems to be no hope, dare to find some. When you're feeling tired, dare to keep going. When times are tough, dare to be tougher. When love hurts you, dare to love again. When someone is hurting, dare to help them heal. When another is lost, dare to help them find the way. When a friend falls, dare to be the first to extend a hand. When you cross paths with another, dare to make them smile. When you feel great, dare to help someone else feel great too. When the day has ended, dare to feel as you've done your best. Dare to be the best you can. At all times, dare to be. I thought that was pretty perfect for the times that we are living in. We have to dare to do a lot of things these days. And you know what? We're just going to keep on doing it. Because here's what I know about you guys and what I know about me too. We're tougher than we think. And we are badasses. And I know that. I know that you guys are because I talk to you at 1-2-Listen. I know what your struggles are. I know what you guys have survived and moved through and what you continue to create and manifest in your lives. I know that you continue to keep going. I know you continue to take care of your communities and yourselves and your families, and you continue to keep moving forward. And that to me is the most courageous thing in the world. So I know that we dare. We're right here. We can do it. Okay, let's keep going. There is an invitation in Luminous to my birthday party. Next week, right here on the show, will be my birthday giveaway show. And I'm so excited. This is my favorite show of the year, hands down. It will be a day before my birthday. My birthday is actually on the 24th, but it's the day we get to be here together. So it's the day we're going to celebrate. And I am so excited because this is the day that I get to give you guys stuff. And I'm so excited about it. So I'll be giving away some readings. I have one thing that everyone is going to get that I promise you're going to want. I am going to be giving away some things, some essential oils. It's my favorite things show, in an Oprah-esque kind of style. So I'll be giving you some essential oils. I'm going to give away a whole set of chakra lotus organite flowers and a couple of pendants. And I have talked Scott into throwing in something awesome that he has made, though he hasn't told me yet what it is. So you want to come. You want to come hang with us. Oh, and window stickers. We're making some really cool, like sacred symbol vinyl window stickers too. So come and play. You've got to be in the chat room, one of them, either in the live stream chat or in the chat at 1-2 Radio. And I'll have Scott, and I think I'll probably invite Christy to come and help me too, to figure out, who's getting what, and we'll give away all kinds of stuff and have fun and celebrate together. I will also have a really special deal that day that you can purchase a reading from me at a deeply discounted rate to celebrate. So please come. You guys are all invited, and I hope that you come play with me. Okay, moving right along. All righty. Kai's article is about the summer solstice, and it is awesome. It gives us a little more insight into what the summer solstice is, how ancient cultures celebrated and why, and some thoughts about how a lot of different cultures celebrate. So definitely check it out. It is well written, well thought out, well researched, of course, because it's Kai and that's how she rolls. And it's an awesome article. So thank you, Kai. All right. My tip of the week is to grow aloe. I'll tell you why. Because for Mother's Day, one of my sisters, Kara, put me in the Succulent of the Month Club. Okay, this is the coolest thing. Once a month, I get this sweet little box in the mail that has 2 succulents in it. And they're so cute. So I'm building a colony of them in a cute little planter. But one of the succulents that came this morning was an aloe vera plant, which I was super excited about because our aloe vera plant died because somebody couldn't quit watering it. And I won't tell you, but his name is Scott. But they don't take tons of water. But it's fine. I'm not mad. So now we have an aloe plant. Aloe is a magical plant. It's also a healing plant, of course, but I thought I'd share that tip with you since one showed up at my doorstep this morning. Aloe vera is a must-have plant for any home. Not only is the aloe gel fabulous for burns. Did you guys have one when you were kids? And your mom would break off a little bit and rub it on your curling iron burn or your burn from touching the stove or whatever damn thing you did, right? Yeah. Or your sunburn, right? They're great for that. Aloe plants are also natural air purifiers. So is peace lily, by the way. If you're looking for plants that are natural air purifiers, peace lilies are as well. In magic, aloe is grown for luck and protection from household accidents. Who doesn't need that? Which is so ironic, considering that if you have a household accident, you might have to put aloe on it. It's just double duty that way. Grow aloe in a sunny window and enjoy the benefits. So, if you don't have an aloe vera plant, I highly recommend that you get one. All righty, moving right along. The Kindred Spirits Energy Oracle card today from Christy is Archangel Metatron, which I thought was interesting with the energy we're in, that it's Metatron. Metatron is hard. He's not touchy-feely. He's not lovey. He's not nice. He's true and real and blunt. And some people don't resonate with his energy very well because they want to be babied, and other people don't. But that's kind of how he is. Primary message is truth revealed, integrity, seek answers, solar plexus, acceptance of truth. The challenge is this is when you probably need some Archangel Metatron in your life. Deception, envy, backstabbing, and avoidance. The crystal is Amazonite. The meditation is, Dear Archangel Metatron, please show me what is true. Retrograde too, which always kind of, pulls dark things into light as well. So I wonder what truths we're going to have roll out during this retrograde. I have felt like we were going to have some big truths move forward. And I suspect that that's true. It'll be interesting to see where that comes from. It's going to be something. Okay. Terry says, my grandma was adopted and found out that we are 37% Irish. I said I knew it, feeling connected to everything Irish, fairies, leprechauns, Brigitte, Irish music, and food. Oh, I love that. Yes. Well, we are neighbors. I love it, Terry. Okay. A couple more things in Luminous that I wanted to share. Let's see. Chrisanne's scopes are up. And of course, we've got bitch scopes from Kelly. Anita shared with us, because of the solstice, the god Apollo. Apollo is the Greek god known as the sun god and for his association with healing and medicine. He prophesied at the oracle in Delphi, a very sacred location people traveled to so they could know Apollo's prophetic visions for them. And she goes on, make sure that you check that out and consider connecting with Apollo. That feels like an extremely powerful energy for now. And I wonder if you could, and if we should, connect to the energy of the sun and of the sun god to help us clear away a bit of the stagnancy that we've been feeling. So, interesting thought. and so much more. Caroline's article is How Do We Grow Spiritually? And she had 5 principles of growing spiritually that I thought were really powerful. So make sure you check that out too. So hopefully at some point this week, you'll have a chance to sit down with Luminous and pull up a cup of tea or coffee and just read through it. And hopefully there's something there that will benefit you. So, okay. To raise your frequency and start feeling better. So that's where it's at for me. And hopefully that's helpful for you. Something just happened with the live stream. I hope we are still streaming. If you guys are in the live stream still, I had to reset it, but it looks to me like we're streaming, but sometimes I don't know. So if we're not, will somebody say so so that I can fix it? Okay. All right. Scott says he can still see it. So I guess we're good. All righty. So let's go ahead and drum. Quick notice on the drum so that you know it is a little loud. If you're wearing headphones, be prepared for that. But also, if the drum brings out in some people a fight or flight, might make you feel like you just need to get the hell out of here. If it does that, try to breathe through it. If you got to go, you got to go. I get it. Okay. You guys are seeing me. Okay, good. If you got to go, you got to go. I get it. But if you can breathe through it and get out of flight, right? And just allow the drum to do its work, you may benefit. The other thing I want to tell you is that sometimes when people sit in a drumming, they will hear things through the drum. Sometimes you might hear chanting or music or talking or maybe something else. So sit quietly, keep your eyes closed so that you can really focus all of your senses on the drum and see if there's anything that really jumps out at you. It just may. Okay. So let's get started. I apologize for that cough. The farmers have started cutting the first crop of hay. And when they do that, my lungs don't like it. And it's fine. But all righty. Okay, so again, first and foremost, we are going to drum first for you to breathe and allow the drum to just remove anything from your energy field that doesn't belong there. So we'll start there. Okay, so that was the first round, right? The clearing. Now I'm going to go back. I'm going to drum again, a little different rhythm this time. This time I'm going to just ask you to allow the frequency of the drum to raise your frequency to the most comfortable and natural place for you. So we'll go there. Good. Good. Okay, that helped. That cleared my head a lot. I hope that helped you guys too. Weird day. All right. If you can, also today, obviously, get your bare feet in the grass, get outside, and no internet fighting. If you can, it's not worth it. Everyone needs to be right today, and that's no fun. All right. Well, let's get some cards out here. So, we're going to be reading today from multiple decks. So, this is Whispers of the Ocean. Of course, this is my dear colleague Angela Hartfield's newest deck. And I've been reading it for you guys for a bit, and it is just such a gorgeous deck. And then, of course, we have the Kindred Spirits Energy Oracle deck. That's Christy's deck. We have Swery Spirituality 1 and 2 from Kelly McLean. We have Ground Bless, Protect and Move, my deck. And if you're interested in buying my deck, by the way, just go over to katie-weaver.com and you'll find a link there for it. And you can order it if that so calls to your heart. And then, of course, we have Mo Tarot from, of course, our very own beloved Mo. So lots of fun stuff going on. So here's how this works. I will look at your questions in both chats. I'll try to keep an eye on both for you. And then I'll decide what decks we should be pulling from. And I'll pull some cards and we'll do a few readings here. So we've got 15 minutes. We should be able to blow through quite a few. All right. I'm going to refresh the chat room here real quick. For some reason, the chat likes to freeze on me when I'm doing a live stream, which is kind of weird, but okay. Jacqueline said she would appreciate a general reading if time. Jacqueline, I really want to pull from Whispers from the Ocean and Mo Tarot. Okay. All righty. So we'll pull from both decks here. All righty. Oh, I thought I had these cards mixed up. I don't. Okay. All right. This is the only thing I don't like about doing cards on the radio. It creates dead air. You know, it creates moments where there's just quiet, and I hate that. It really bugs me. So I apologize if it bugs you. Maybe I'm the only person that gets annoyed by that. All right. So, Jacqueline, the card from the Whispers from the Ocean deck is the Push to Surface. You have become complacent. You might be stalling or in need of a new surge of energy. Become aware of the dynamics of your life. And the card is the Wands card from Mo Tarot, which is, it looks like a match, a lit match with a flame. And this is the Push to Surface. It is a whale mama helping its calf get to the surface. So this is where it's at for me, for you, Jacqueline. I feel like in lots of ways, life has remained the same for you, you know, throughout the weirdness of the world recently. You've continued to pretty much do what you do. The push, I think, has to do with two things. One of them is music. I feel like you are feeling compelled to maybe create a little more music or maybe bring a little more music to the world. I feel like you're feeling a need boiling up in you regarding music. I could even see you partner with somebody else to create more music. It's such an inherent part of you that flows through your soul, and I feel like it's really coming up for you right now that it needs to happen. So there is that. The other part of that for you is that I feel like you need a little fire lit underneath you. It's not in general ways. I feel like you're doing the things you normally do for the most part. It has to do with spirituality, that you're feeling a little drive right now to maybe learn something new or recommit to, you know, a spiritual practice or something along those lines. So this is your kick in the fanny, right? To get going. So get going with music right this minute. The world needs you and your voice and your light, and reignite your light. Find something new to study, to invest in, your energy in to get you excited. I think both of those things are needing to happen and trying to happen. Okay. All right, let's go back to the chat room and we'll grab a reading out of there. And we'll keep on keeping on here. Oh, Facebook. I really do like our Facebook chat because you can see everything. But sometimes Facebook moves slow. All right, that's taking too long. We're going to go back to the live stream chat, and then we'll go in there and grab a couple, okay? All right. Amber would love a reading around moving. Okay. I want to pull an energy oracle card for you, Amber. And a sweary spirituality card, too. I think that will have less to do with moving and more to do with just giving you a little sass. Okay. Because that's what people want. More sass. That's what you need. Who cares what other people want for you, right? Okay. All right. So the energy oracle card I'll pull first. I saw a meme the other day that was, well, it wasn't a meme. It was like a screenshot of a text that said, "Are you ready to be done being sassy?" And the person responded, "No." I'm assuming that was sent to a kid, but hell, I don't know. I'm never ready to be done being sassy. I don't know about you guys, but if I'm ready to be done being sassy, what's the point? All right. So let's pull a sweary spirituality card for you too. Have you seen these cards, you guys? They are so much fun. She had to do them all differently because that's how she rolls, and they're just cool. And you can find them I think at kellymclean.com or something like that, under Kelly McLean anyway. Oh, a card fell out. I was trying to wrestle cards out and one of them fell. So, okay, fine. Here it is. That's how cards work. If you have a card that falls out, stop what you're doing. That's the card. If it falls out while you're trying to pull a card or if it falls out while you're shuffling, that's your card. All right, Amber. The card that came from Energy Oracle is the sacral chakra. So the message on the card is creativity, emotional expression, and core beliefs. How does this work into moving? We'll get there. The challenge is feeling stuck, blocked, perfectionism. Got it? Picking that up? Okay. The crystal to carry to balance and strengthen the sacral is orange calcite. The meditation is I feel, I create, I communicate, I matter. No. We might be having a tech issue. Scott says he can't hear me. I'm going to keep going and we'll see where we go. Okay. Sacral chakra. There's a message here for you in sacral chakra. All right. Sweary spirituality. Receiving is an open and passive energy. Lean back, not forward. Okay. It all has to do with the sacral chakra. So receiving a lot of time has to do with the sacral. And of course, the energy around moving for you. We have to get your sacral in balance. All right. So we have to get your sacral in balance and we have to be able to get you in a place where you can get unblocked and unstuck. So that's the challenge, right? Okay. So I know that was a roundabout way to get there, but that's the thing. So I'm going to do a little balancing in your sacral and see if we can help remove any blocks that don't belong there to help you to get on that path. Because here's the truth. I think a move is coming. I do. I think a move is overdue. There are some challenges around it. I can see that, but they're not insurmountable. And I really feel like the move needs to happen. You've been stuck in a few places in your life for a while. And I feel like moving is pulling the pin and, removing the blocks in general to help some other things to manifest through you, through your life. So that's where it's at for me. So I want to move through your sacral and make sure there's nothing there. So So let's do this. Let's command a Merkaba clearing through your sacral chakra, commanding that any and all blocks, cords, attachments, psychic debris, psychic attack, connections, or any other energies that could be holding you back, stealing your joy, getting in your way, stunting your creativity, or blocking you in any way whatsoever be healed and cleared and rendered neutral and inert in all directions of time now through every cell of your physical body, every layer of your emotional body, and every fiber of your spirit body now. And I'm just going to watch that energy spin all the way through your sacral, really setting you free. And that light is amping up for me a lot already. So your sacral is orange, and your sacral was kind of sucked in. Instead of being like a volleyball, it was a little more like a pinhole. It wasn't the size it should be, and it was kind of sucked into you. So this is a really good clearing, I feel like, to just release all of that. So I'm going to push it out now. Good. And now commanding a Merkaba blessing in your sacral chakra, commanding billions of many points of light to flood your sacral now, completely shifting your frequency to one of creativity, of joy, of light, of possibilities, of capabilities. Commanding this shift through every cell of your physical body, every layer of your emotional body, and every fiber of your spirit body now. Oh, I love that. That expanded your sacral by a ton. Like if you could see what I see, really, like from a pinhead to a volleyball, a much larger place, a much better balance. So, okay. So yes, let's keep working on a move. Let's get creative in possibilities and helping to make things happen. But I do feel like that's in the cards for you. The other part of that card is receiving. And so I think that it's worth mentioning as well that you may have to ask for some help. You may have to be a little bit less independent about this than you thought you might be. And you should, because you help everybody else. So when you need some help associated with this, don't you dare hesitate and do it all by yourself. Okay? I think that's probably the biggest message. Well, a part of it. Yeah. Oh, she said, I got chills all over and tingling in my sacral. Yeah, that's a big work. That's a big piece of work. I do that clearing like for full body stuff too, but sometimes we know it's a core belief or it's in a certain spot and we just want to pinpoint that. And it's really powerful for that as well. That Merkaba healing energy is pretty amazing. Okay, I'm going to jump back into the Facebook chat here. Okay. And see what we could find. Oh, my stomach just growled so loud. I hope it didn't pick up on my mic. That is too funny. Okay. What a funny day. Okay. Hello, Liz. I'm so glad that you're here as well. Okay. All right. Kinga says, despite these crazy times, I'm gearing up to initiate some major changes very soon. I would love to know what you feel in this and how it will go. Kinga, let's take a look. I want to pull, we're going to pull a Motero card and a Ground Bless Protect and Move card because I want to look at the Motero to kind of take a peek at where we're going with this, which is important. But I also really want to just look at what you can do to support yourself during this time, because I feel like you are so full steam ahead and it's so powerful and you've absolutely earned this. And yet there's that little part of you that wants to get small. And you can't get small right now. You got to stay big. You got to let your energy stay big, right? You got to let your power and your willingness and your daringness to stay big. And there's that little part of you that wants to shrink down like a little girl, and you can't. So, all right, the Motero card. It's the Sphinx and it's the Strength card. Okay, well, duh, right? This is going to require some strength. It's going to require some falling on family a little bit for some family, right? You have some family that will support your dreams and other family that won't. You know who to talk to and who not to. Protect yourself, right? But King, I think it's going to go great. My gut feeling here is that this is something that has been coming for a while. It's something that you have absolutely earned through your own hard work, and it's going to pay off. So, again, let your energy stay big. I know, again, it's hard sometimes. You want to shrink yourself down a little bit because, gosh dang it, it's uncomfortable to be out there like that. And yet, you really, really have to. So, the Ground Bless Protect and Move card to support this. Oh, interesting. It's a move card. It's a move card. And it's the Tai Chi card. Now, do you have to do Tai Chi? Not necessarily, but some kind of physical movement as you're initiating these changes, as you're going big or going home. You're just going to go big, not home. Initiate some kind of daily movement. That doesn't mean you have to run a 5K, right? But do something to help you to stay grounded and centered, and movement is where it will be at for you. So make sure, even if it's just taking a walk around the block or, a dance party in the living room. However, something like yoga or Tai Chi would be really grounding for you. So you might consider that. We're done, but I'm going to do one more thing for you quick, Kinga. I'm going to wrap you up in this bright tangerine light. I've had really, really good luck with this energy. It's a bright, think like tangerine aura quartz. And what it does is it helps to attract good things to you, and it helps you to be seen. So when you're working on, making a career change, or working on bringing a new person in, or, yada, 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 this is a really, really good light for that. So I'm just wrapping you up in a big, thick blanket of it. And you can just keep recharging that by envisioning it and just continue to grow it and continue to let it be big, like your aura right now. Okay. All right, guys, we've done what we do. We've talked down to the end of the show. I want to thank you all so much for being here. I want to let you know that you can find me over at 12listen.com. I'm a professional psychic advisor over there. I do readings literally every day of the year. So if you need a reading or a healing or some energy work or a pep talk, come over and see me at 12listen.com. You have been listening to the Katie Weaver Show here on 12 Radio, where we're changing the way you listen to the world.